Hey guys, before this video starts, I wanted to let you guys know that we are coming very close to 500,000 subscribers. It's a crazy high milestone, and I wanted to ask you guys that if you guys aren't already subscribed, to go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and even consider turning on post notifications. It's completely free to do, and it helps me out a ton on my road to 500,000. I also checked my analytics, and turns out over 80% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So if you are watching this video and enjoy, then make sure to subscribe, because I do post tons of other videos that are just like this one, so I'm sure you'll find the other stuff enjoyable as well. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's video. The Grand Warden is the newest and most recent hero added into the Clash of Clans village. Being the only support hero, he has become a staple in every single Town Hall 11 and Town Hall 12 army, with his Ring of Immunity. And for many years, he has been the exact same strong, powerful, and wise Grand Warden that he always was. But at the beginning of this month, the Grand Warden underwent a serious change, and more importantly, a serious new makeover, where he transformed from the good old wise Grand Warden into the new Party Warden who carries a massive boombox everywhere he goes on top of his shoulders. So in today's story, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys my version of how the Grand Warden became the reckless Party Warden. Right before we get into the rest of the story, I wanted to give you guys a message from today's video sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. For those of you who haven't heard of this game before, it is an amazing game and has an almost perfect rating on the app stores. The game is totally free and will keep you entertained for a very long time. My personal favorite champion is Xavia from the Dark Elves, mainly because of her amazing and super powerful poison ability, but there are so many champions for you to check out and you can find your own favorite one yourself. And also there is a new awesome rewards program for new players. Get a new daily login for the first 90 days in the game. You'll literally be swimming in rewards by the end of it. Also, go to the video description, click on the special links, and you will get a free 50,000 silver and a free epic champion as part of the new player program to start your journey. So don't just sit there, head on over to the App Store or the Google Play Store and try out Raid Shadow Legends for yourself. Anyways, let's get back to today's video. So for nearly 4 years, the Grand Warden has been roaming around our villages, sharing his wealth of wisdom to all of the new troops. He has been around for a very long time, and during that very long time, the Grand Warden hasn't changed a whole lot. In fact, the only changing he has done in the last 4 years is from his regular self into the stone statue he becomes on defense. But other than that, he has remained the exact same over the years. And one day, some of the troops noticed this as well, where they would see the Grand Warden go through the exact same routine every single day, where he would wake up, attack, defend, and then go back to bed. He would never go around socializing with the other troops or go to the village bar after attacks, or even take part in the village debates and politics, despite being looked up to by all of the troops. So one day, a group of troops came over to see the Grand Warden. They had to knock on his stone statue to get his attention first though. So the barbarian went ahead, knocked on the statue, and then the statue poofed into the Grand Warden. Even after seeing it happen so many times before, the troops still got a little startled and took a quick step back. But then they gathered their wits, or lack thereof in the case of the barbarian, and asked the Grand Warden if he wanted to come watch some Clash Royale battles with them, since he wasn't really doing anything anyways. At first the Grand Warden thanked them for the invite but then refused. But to that, the archer insisted that the Grand Warden come. Her invite came off a little more hostile than she was hoping for, but it seemed to get the job done, so it worked out anyways. So without really having too much of a choice, the Grand Warden accompanied the rest of the troops to the Clash Royale arenas. And once he got there, the troops found their way to their seats, and the Grand Warden followed them. They all sat down, and the Grand Warden started to watch his very first Clash Royale battle ever. He found it intriguing, but it wasn't quite something he would go to see on his own anytime soon. But since he was dragged there, he sat through all of the battles and tried to enjoy it. Once the battles were all done, the archer said that they were going to have some sort of fair down on the ground level, so the troops and them all took off to go take part in that. And as the Grand Warden was getting up from his seat to join them, he saw that one of the kings was coming over to him. The king greeted the Grand Warden and told him that he heard a lot about him, and it was a pleasure to have him at the Clash Royale arenas. The king then asked the Grand Warden if he'd like to come with him to his little castle. The Grand Warden didn't really have anything better to do, and so he accepted the invite and followed the king to his tower. Once they got to the king's tower, they went to his family room, and the king sat down in his big chair and turned the TV on. The TV was just playing on in the background as the king started up a conversation, and the two chatted for a while. The conversation wasn't too important, but about an hour later, the king looked at his clock and said, "Oh shoot, I have more battles starting soon, I've got to go." but please do feel free to stay and make yourself at home. And so the Grand Warden decided to sit down and try watching some of this crazy TV thing that the king was watching. The Grand Warden had never seen TV before, but he was extremely intrigued by what was happening on the screen. It looked like it was some sort of musical with a bunch of people singing. The Grand Warden really liked what he was hearing, and so he stayed for a bit longer and just listened to the songs and watched the performances. And in fact, he even went and sat in the king's chair. The music he was listening to was so different from the ones that he was used to hearing, and they were so much better, especially comparing it to the Hog Riders singing. God, that was awful. But alas, it was time for him to go back to the Clash of Clans village, and once he got back, he couldn't stop thinking about the music he had heard. And so he wanted to go to find some of that music in person. So he went to none other than the Builder to ask him how exactly he got to the real world. The Builder then told the Grand Warden exactly how, through using the Spring Trap and the Baby Dragon to get back. And then so, the Grand Warden listened to all of his instructions and then took off to the real world following all of those steps. The Grand Warden was on a mission to find more of that music. He ended up finding some sort of music shop on some street, where he found a gold chain, a microphone, sunglasses, a new outfit, and most importantly, a boombox, all inside the same shop. And since he wasn't from there, he had no idea that he had to pay, and so he left the store without paying. But obviously the cashier ended up calling the cops on him, and the cops came rushing in. But when the cops did try and get him, the Grand Warden just walked right by them. And so when the cops threatened to shoot the Grand Warden, and the Grand Warden didn't listen, they began firing away. But that didn't faze the Grand Warden, as he just popped his Eternal Tomb ability and just walked right by them without even being touched. He then ended up finding his way back to the Clash of Clans village with all of his new stuff. He didn't even need the help of a baby dragon since he was able to fly. And now that he had this new boombox, he was constantly playing all of his new favorite songs everywhere he went. No matter where he went, he was playing music, and even when attacking. But the troops didn't seem to mind. In fact, it actually seemed to help them, as when they were in the circle of the music radius, they actually seemed to gain more health. So it worked out the best for everyone. And that there is the story of how the Grand Warden became the now hip and cool party warden. Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another live attack. Just quickly wanted to reiterate that there is a giveaway going on right now for the month of August. Winner is going to be drawn at the very end of the month for 2 winners of $50, so a total prize of $100. So if you guys want to enter that, just go ahead and click the like button down below, and then like the video, subscribe, and then answer the comment or the question of the day down in the comments below. But anyways, here we are in our base here. Our builder finally finished upgrading, so we can actually upgrade something. But first, we're going to go ahead and hop into a battle here, see if we can get a bit more loot so that we can get some upgrades going. And then we also have some of these ruins of elixir. I think we have a ruin of dark elixir too. So we might be able to get a bunch of hero upgrades going here. So let's go ahead, hop into a quick battle here, and then see what kind of upgrades we can do. I am getting very, very close to my max Archer Queen, which is going to be the first time I'll ever have max heroes, or a max hero, because my Barbarian King's still like a little baby. I think it's like level 40. It's not like that bad, but it could be a lot better, at least compared to my Queen, who's almost level 65. So yeah, that is getting pretty exciting. And then we just recently finished our Seasons Pass challenges, so I don't really have any challenges to do anymore. I really feel like they should add more to this Seasons Pass. Like, I know there's really good rewards and stuff, but I feel like just doing challenges and stuff isn't really that exciting, honestly. But hopefully Supercell will change it in the upcoming seasons. Anyways, we're going to attack from the bottom right here, because I feel like if I attack from the top right or top left here, it's going to be absolutely loaded with traps, and that is not what we want to see. Alright, so there are some traps down there. They're only air bombs though, so those aren't going to cause too much problem. I'm going to go ahead, play a balloon to try and bait out any traps if there are any. And then we're going to go ahead, spam some Electro Dragons up top. And then I think I'll go ahead, play my Archer Queen in here as well. One more Electro Dragon down there, and then we're going to follow up with all of our balloons and our siege machine. So we got a decent looking funnel going. Surprisingly, actually, this Grand Warden thing didn't go down, which is a little bit annoying. We're going to go ahead, freeze some of this stuff up here. I got a lot of troops here, so we're going to go ahead and rage those up. And then my siege machine is going God knows where. So we're going to keep freezing these. I don't know where all my Electro Dragons are going. I feel like I hit like every possible trap, so we're going to go ahead and use another rage spell before everything dies. We're going to freeze that. We missed that Inferno Tower, which is a little unfortunate. But our Electro Dragons are going to end up taking that out, so not too big of a deal. We've only got 2 Electro Dragons left, so we're going to go ahead and rage these up as soon as they get closer to these troops. And then hopefully our Archer Queen will come in super clutch here. And we're going to go ahead and freeze this. Our Electro Dragon, our cloned Electro Dragon is the only one that's left, so that's actually going to disappear pretty soon. And yep, it's only up to our Archer Queen. If I only had my Grand Warden still up and it wasn't upgraded, it would have been way easier. Alright, will our almost max Archer Queen be able to take out this Town Hall all by herself? These heroes are way too powerful, man. I've never had max heroes or close to max heroes, but oh my goodness, they're way too powerful. She doesn't stand a chance against that P.E.K.K.A though, and that's going to be at 2-star, 67%, missing 2 heroes and no clan castle troops, so not too shabby if I do say so myself. Don't mean to toot my own horn or anything. Alright, now we got clan castle troops. A little too late, man, but thank you still. Alright, let's see what kind of upgrades we can get going here. We can either upgrade an archer tower or a cannon. I do have my rune of dark elixir too, but I would need to upgrade something. With my elixir, I could either use my elixir to upgrade walls, and then I could get like a alright, I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna try and maximize all of our builders. So I'm gonna go ahead, upgrade my skeleton spell here, because that's the most expensive dark elixir thing I can afford. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to completely fill up my dark elixir storages. I'm going to upgrade my Archer Queen right now. I'm going to use the Book of Heroes to finish her. Now I have 48,000 elixir still, and a level 62 Archer Queen. And just one more hour till I can afford this little bad boy. And then I still have a bunch of elixir left over, but we're going to go ahead and save that for now. And we are going to... Actually, no, we're going to upgrade one wall with that elixir. And then we're going to use the rest of it to upgrade an Archer Tower right here. And boom, that is how it's done. And then we actually have a few days till our next thing is done. So we're going to go ahead and boost our builders. 2 times should be good. Because I do have in my challenges, I can collect 5 more of those and a bunch of healing potions. And another Rune of Elixir. So I got a lot of stuff to collect. But anyways, I think we did maximize a lot of our loot there. And we're getting very close to Legends League. So our next few live attacks coming up after this will be a lot more interesting. Because I'll actually finally be back in Legends League. Hopefully I'll be able to do the 8 attacks a day. But we'll see. We'll see how busy we get. But anyways, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, if you haven't entered the giveaway, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Super easy to enter. And winners will be drawn at the end of August or at the beginning of September, whenever the next video comes out once I draw the winners. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys all in the next video. Thanks for coming out. Talk to you later.